Hello, friends of the Slovenian Museum of Natural History. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sigismondo Zois, and more than 200 years ago, I was one of the major entrepreneurs, patrons and naturalists in Carniola. Most people know me as Žiga Zois, although I never officially used this name. I admit that I am very pleased to be with you again, and to see what has changed over the past 200 years. I am most proud of my mineral collection. In the past, it was displayed in the Lyceum Palace on what is now Vodnikov Square. I tried hard to make my collection serve as the foundation for the first museum in Carniola. However, illness overtook me, and the museum was established 2 years after my death. I'm grateful to my brother, Carl Zois, for taking care of my collection. Today, it is exhibited in a magnificent museum building in the centre of Ljubljana, but unfortunately, due to limited space, only the finest mineral specimens and other unique pieces are on display. I am especially pleased that a fossil specimen is included among the minerals. Yes, I also collected fossils. I financially supported 2 expeditions to Mount Triglav in search of new iron ore deposits. Instead of iron, however, they brought me fossils from the surroundings of the Triglav Lakes. This brought me immense joy. In my time, scholars debated how the Alps had formed. Some claimed they rose from volcanic activity, while others argued that they were formed from sediment accumulating on the ocean floor, which later transformed into rock. The Alpine expeditions brought me ammonites, extinct cephalopods that once lived in ancient seas and oceans. This was proof that the latter theory was correct, and that even the highest peaks in Carniola, which are part of the Alps, had once been located at the bottom of the sea. For about 15 years, I also collected birds. My collection included 174 specimens of 81 different bird species. I sent quite a few of them abroad, and 2 specimens from my collection are still housed in the Natural History Museum in Vienna. Of the 430 bird species known in Carniola at that time, I gave Slovenian names to 230 of them. Unfortunately, this collection has not been preserved. I also recorded 40 Slovenian names for freshwater fish and lampreys. I am pleased that nearly a third of these names are still in use today. Additionally, I gave Slovenian names to over 100 insect species. With the help of my brother Carl, I collected many Slovenian names for plants and fungi as well. I paid particular attention to recording the names of edible plants used in cooking. I noticed that some of these are no longer cultivated today. However, I had too many other commitments and had to abandon my wish to publish a Slovenian dictionary of animal and plant names. I was greatly fascinated by the olm, Proteus anguinus. I sent several specimens across Europe and even kept some in my home. In fact, the specimens I provided for experts served as the basis for the first scientific description of this remarkable cave-dwelling creature. Yes, I loved nature. Unfortunately, I was bound to a wheelchair for much of my life, but I am glad that my legacy and my work have endured. In my library, which has been preserved in the National and University Libraries in Ljubljana, you will find many of my materials, and quite a few of my books can also be found in Venice. Oh, those are the times I truly cherished. Did you know I even met the famous adventurer Casanova in Italy? Yes, visit me at the Slovenian Museum of Natural History. Perhaps we can still exchange a few words. And be sure to admire my magnificent collection of rocks, minerals, and fossils.